Hello, hello. We are making a video. Hello, hello, hello. Now this here is the heaviest banana slug that I have ever seen in my entire life. This is the heaviest banana slug. Yes. And that banana slug feels so good on my skin. Oh my goodness. Oh man, see how the banana slug? I don't want to tilt it too far, it will fall on my keyboard. But you can see they are adhesive. Very adhesive. They excrete a glue that comes out of the skin. So I want to make the banana slug a little bit wet. I'm gonna have to put it over here for now. Hang on. I have to get some water here. So what we're gonna do. There. Because banana slugs, they need to be kept wet at all times. At all times. I don't want this dripping on the computer. As you can see, the banana slug is camouflaged. The banana slug matches fallen leaves. You are beautiful. Oh my goodness. You beautiful, beautiful specimen. Oh, amazing. That is amazing. That is so amazing. That is amazing. Oh, yeah. Oh man, that feels good. Have a banana slug on your hand. Oh man, that feels good. I pet banana slugs very gently, and they like that. And they can feel the love that comes from me. They can feel it. They can feel love. So now it is chewing on my skin. I don't know. It's chewing on my skin. It's scraping. It's scraping up skin cells. Yeah, they have a mouse underneath. I don't know if that shows. It's a mouse, and the mouse has like little scraping teeth in there. Oh, you beautiful, beautiful, you beautiful banana slug, you. Yes. You beautiful thing. you beautiful. This is a long, long banana slug. I would say this banana slug is almost 10 inches long. Oh no, some got on the computer now. I have to wipe the computer. You have to wash your hands with a sandy soil afterwards, because I heard that slugs can accidentally pick up parasitic entities and worms or warm eggs on the way, that as they walk through cadavers and poop from animals, so they can pick that up. It doesn't come from them, doesn't come from their system, but they can pick it up on the way. So that's why you want to wash your hands really, really thoroughly. They also have a glue that does not come off with soap. You have to use a clay soil that scrubs it all off, all that gluey stuff. It has to be scrubbed and rinsed really, really good. You beautiful, look how long this banana slug is. This is a long one. Wow, that's amazing. This banana slug is, wow, this banana slug is like at least 8 inches long. This is so nice. Oh, you nice thing, you. I have to put the banana slug back where I found it earlier, in the compost area. That's where they're attracted. They're attracted to the compost. They eat compost. And out the rear end, as you can see, comes fertile earth soil, pooped out. Very slowly pooped out. Yes, I don't want the banana slug having to eat my perfume oil. When you do this, you have to make sure you don't have perfume oil on you, or perfume spray or something. Okay, make sure you don't have anything, any skin cream on or something. It's not good for them. They're all mucous membrane, that's what they are. You beautiful thing, you. Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you. Oh, yes, I love you. I love you. Oh, yeah. Okay. I love you. The banana slug pooped on my hands. And it's okay. You are allowed to poop on my hands. banana slug feels cold. Maybe the banana slug eats some particles of my skin now. I can feel it. Sort of like a vacuum cleaner. Oh yeah. Oh, you beautiful being, you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hello. 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 Hey, this is sluggish life. Literally. A sluggish life. Hello, Stellar J. Hello. I hope the Stellar J doesn't eat this banana slug. That would not be good. That would make me worry. What is this there? Hello, Stellar J. I'm not giving you the banana slug. No way. Snakes eat those too. I'll make another video tomorrow because I have stuff to talk about, but I want to focus on the banana slug right now. That's more important. Oh, I finished 3 art pieces. And I want to show those. I do. Hello, Stella G. Hello. There's the Stella G there. I don't know if you can see him. There's the Stella G. Yes. There's the Stella G. Hello, Stella G. I think you're thirsty. You want to drink some water, right? The birds come here and they drink out of those containers there that I put there and filled with water. These are my foot bath containers. And it's really nice. I'm going to pick myself a nice wild cucumber. No, I will show that too. It's kind of difficult with the computer, so I don't know how to do this, but I will show the wild cucumber too. And I will put those into my foot bath containers, and then I will put water in it. So, Slug wants to go back to the compost area. Where do I put this computer? I'm gonna put this computer here for now, until I come back with my was the wild cucumber. Flies here. This is better light. You can see the banana slug good here. This is all slow motion. This is slow and sluggish, and it's nice. I like that. This is nice. Everything slow and sluggish is nice. Yeah, this is nice. This is very nice. Oh yeah. Flies. I don't like the flies. Ugh. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna put the banana slug back into the compost area now. And then I will pick a wild cucumber, and I will show that in a moment, and I'll put that into my foot bath. And then I'm going to turn the computer off. Just want to show the wild cucumber that's growing out there in the compost area. So, alright, let's do this. I have to be careful what I touch here. With which hand. So, yes, we are going back into the compost area. Here we are. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. So, yeah. This. Okay. Alright. So, so here is wild cucumbers. I don't know if this is showing. Wild cucumbers. Oh! I don't want to touch that with the other hand, so because I have to wash my hand where I touch the banana slug. As you can see, oh, it got on my keyboard now. Oh my goodness. Wild cucumbers, and if you poke them open, there are seeds in there, and it has a juice in there, and they smell really good. awesome. So I'm gonna put them into my food store. That's what I'm gonna do. So the other one here. So that's awesome. And then I can put water in it later. And that's it for now. Turn the computer off. Or should I talk about the stuff that I want to talk about? Yes, Vera. Since the banana slug is in safety, I could do that, but I got all distracted now, and I've stuff on the keyboard, so got all distracted now from what I want to say. So for these kind of things, I have to have full attention, absolute 100% attention and focus. Wild cucumber on my nose. Yes, here's the baby dog. Yes, it's nice. And the banana slug's back there behind the compost container. And now the banana, I hope the birds don't go over there. I have to make sure the birds don't pick the banana slug. That would be very terrible. I mean, it's nature, but still, I love the banana slug. I don't want anything happening to the banana slug. So it's very important. My mother instinct is absolutely huge with these kind of things. So you can see here is the wild cucumber in there. And then here I'm going to put water in that. And then I'm going to take a foot bath. And that's going to be awesome. And here is my PETA t-shirt. Save the planet. GoVeg.com. Vegan or veggie. Okay. That's another thing I wanted to say is that I quit all animal products except for eggs now. So eggs are the only animal product, eggs and honey are the only animal-based products that I can eat, because everything else causes high cholesterol. I can't do it. So I cannot. So I have to take multivitamins and every day and just leave it at that. I was eating hot dogs for a while, chicken or turkey hot dogs, but it doesn't work. Causes me high cholesterol. I can't eat any cheese at all. I see something under there. That looks weird. I don't know what that is. Huh? Okay. I might have to inspect that. This looks strange. Looks like there's a person under there. Hello. No, that's not a person. The baby dog would be all over this if that was a person. So my eyesight's not very good. So if I eat animal products, I get really high cholesterol, high triglycerides, I get liver problems, very high liver measure. I don't know what they measure, liver obstruction level or cholesterol level, but they said the last time I was tested, they said I have extremely high, off the charts liver measure points, and that was very alarming. And they said, so that was a long time, that was in 2013. 10 years ago I had an inflammatory bowel syndrome. I had to go to the doctor, but by the time I went to the doctor I had already been doing the holistic treatment. I was completely raw for 3 weeks, and the doctor said, whatever you're doing, it seems to be working, keep on doing it. and a good doctor, but then I didn't stick with it because my food addiction came back, and it was very difficult to stay on that. I was doing so much better on the raw food, so much better, raw plant food. But then Paul is addicted to food, certain junk foods and stuff, and then he cooked me pasta again, and I started eating that again, and then I fell gradually back into eating junk food, and that's just not good at all. Then I thought for a while, for my mental illness, for my brain, I have to have, hey, Stella J, how are you? Don't eat that banana slug. I have to protect that banana slug. Yes, I do. I have to protect that banana slug, yes. I better go in here because I want to protect the banana slug. Yes. So, let's see. I always have to make sure I don't step on a banana slug when I'm out here. So there's the banana slug. There it is. There it is. I don't know if you can see the banana slug in there. But there is, I don't want to touch this here. There's the banana slug. Yes, be safe, okay? Here's the banana slug there. We love you. Oh yeah. There's the banana slug. I have to guard the banana slug. I don't want anything happening to the banana slug. That would not be good. So I have to protect banana slug now. So that's all there is to it. I don't know what else to do. Because Stella J is there, and I wonder if the Stella J wants the banana slug. Okay, here's my compost area. Okay, this is how composting works. There's the wild cucumber growing. This is the compost area here. When one of those compost containers has been sitting for about 3 months or 4 months, it's about the time it takes for the earthworms to recycle the stuff, then you can dump it over, and you can just turn it over and dump all the stuff that's been decomposed. And not everything gets decomposed quickly. Those tree needles, that takes a longer time for them to decompose, but that's okay. So that's not a problem. You can still use this for potting soil, okay? So I have them lined up here. So the one at the very end there has been sitting for the longest time. That one gets turned over next and emptied, and then the empty one goes back over here. This is the empty one, and that's the one we put the bio waste into it. Every dung goes in there, animal dung, human dung, everything goes in there, and that's the 100% natural life cycle. The Blue God agrees. The Blue God sending me an alien spaceship, straight beamed down. Beam me down, Mr. Spock, straight through the trees. Yes, they like that. Okay, so, and the banana slug likes all of that. The banana slug does not like any kind of artificial lifestyle. The banana slug likes 100% natural life cycle. And that's how we have to live. This is very, very important that I mention this. I need a chair in here now because I need to guard the banana slug, but I guess I can go back on and sit on that water container. This is my water container that I sit on. It's real nice and peaceful here. It's really good, really gorgeous. Yes, baby dog, it is so gorgeous here. But I still have to wipe the computer later. I do, because some stuff came on it. So, yeah, and I have to wash my hand, obviously. Very, very good. Before I do anything else with my hand. Particularly not eat anything like this, because I don't know what kind of eggs or stuff is on it. So yes, and something is spiky is sticking me in the back. This is ivy. I love ivy, absolutely love it. It's beautiful. So what else did I want to say? Yeah, this is very important to live a natural life cycle. So I want to talk about this all the time, because it is so infinitely important to live a natural life cycle. To live completely attuned to nature, in nature, within nature. Okay, so it's very important. That doesn't mean we have to abandon technology or new inventions or even new materials. Not at all. Quite the contrary, you know, a good ethical lifestyle includes embracing science, technology, and new materials and so on. Fake leathers, fake furs, highly elastic clothes. You know, this is the future. We need it. Obviously, that's can be lifesaver for many, and can be wonderful. Can relieve the environment. You know, so it can free the animals from captivity in slaughterhouses, factory farms, gestation crates, fur factories. Okay, unbelievable what's happening out there in the world. Okay, don't participate in it. Don't buy bear gallbladder fluid. Don't do it. Never ever, no matter what they're promising you. Okay, that's just a lie that comes out of that. Okay, it's pure hell and torture for those bears. Don't participate in it. And don't buy any of these animal product, Chinese, herbal in quotation mark, Chinese wet market type of things. Okay, don't buy any of that. You can buy a tea, you can buy herbal tea, herbal products from a Chinese market or whatever. It's all out there in the world. Also on the dark web. There are herbs and stuff like this that may not even be approved by the FDA. As long as they are plants, whole plants, I say, okay, do whatever you do. Test it on yourself. You know, you're your own healing adventurer. Okay, but don't buy animal or human parts. Okay, don't buy animal or human fluids on the internet. It's not cool. That singer from Spongel. Okay, I love that guy. He's awesome guy. Okay, he has a lot of women fans out there, and they are so obsessed with that man. They are so obsessed with him. It's just not funny anymore. He talked about this, and there was one woman, and she said, "Send me a vial with your urine in it." And then she was probably licking that every day or drinking it or whatever, and it still contains some it contains some psychedelics probably, you know. So, but I'm against that. I'm completely against that. I mean, it's up to them. They didn't do anything wrong, and in the sense of ethics philosophy, but I'm personally against it. So I would never do something like this, and I would never give someone a fluid that I excrete or a gas. People have asked me this actually. Can you imagine? There are some very bizarre, there are bizarre fetish men out there. I tell you that. I would never do this. Not even if you offer me $10 million. I would not do it. Because I find it unethical. I find it wrong. It's just wrong. It's ridiculous. I would never give somebody something that is, first of all, not good for them. Okay? There are men I don't even want to talk about. It's so bad, the kind of stuff that's out there. And there are a lot of people that give into it, or that, like Rockefeller said, that have their price, that, if they offer enough, people will, I don't know what they might do. I don't even want to think about it, So, dirty underwear, you name it, and then things go below the red numbers. Okay, it goes into the really unethical stuff. So all kinds of these kind of really bizarre things. That's why I talk about this stuff. That's why I talk about the psychology of all of this in my videos, because I observe this in the world and it's frightening. It's shocking and frightening and disturbing and unsettling, and it is not good for the world what's happening. It's not good for the people who participate in this. There are people who drink blood. This is not good. Okay, it's not good for anyone, and particularly not if that involves an animal or the animal's excretions, like bear gallbladder, or the animals that are being kept in a cage on a catheter that's tapped into the gallbladder. I talked about this before. A bear mother, she had to kill her baby and herself to get out of this. That's how extreme it is. That's how painful it is. Okay? Just want people to know, if you have a sliver of compassion left in you, please don't do it. No matter what your obsessions are, you should look into your own mind, and you should ask the question, why do you have these obsessions, these fetishes, and whatever? Why do you want some woman's farts in a in some kind of test tube? I don't understand. This is just so far-fetched that my brain, there's no way my brain can even follow in any way. I cannot follow this. There's a fly here that bites, unfortunately. This is not cool. It's not cool at all. I need the cucumber juice now, but I don't have it. But whatever. Yeah, it is all nature, and there are natural solutions. I put baby powder on me earlier. That works very well for all of these insects and flies. But it had washed off, unfortunately, because I'd washed my hands several times and stuff. But the stuff that I put on my legs, which is a cream I made from the Douglas fir resin, with beeswax and carriers, that's still on my legs, and that works really, really well. So the flies are not going on my legs. That's really good. They're coming to my nose and my face and stuff, and my arms, my hands particularly, up to here where I washed my hands and wrists, and then also my face and my neck. The perfume oil, the fragrance oil doesn't work against these flies. They don't care. So they don't even care very much if you put essential oil on those really tough flies that bite. That's not very nice. The mosquitoes, most of them are repelled by this, but not those flies. but they don't come when you have baby powder all over you or diatomaceous. But then again, you can't breathe that stuff in. You can't breathe all the time baby powder or diatomaceous earth. Oh yeah, quick note to the person who sued Johnson and Johnson because of the talcum baby powder. That's a fraudulent lawsuit. Okay, that talcum baby powder is completely harmless. What happened there is the lady, you know, that's when people throw the when they throw around causalities, you know, when they don't pay attention to what actually caused it. She had rough sex, and that was also mentioned there in that article, I think. I don't know where I read it or whether I just come to this conclusion myself, but I'm also psychic, so because I don't know, I don't remember now where I got it from, I have to say it seems like she had a boyfriend that was doing this very, very rough with her and probably hitting against her cervical opening all the time, very hard. So she got cervical cancer. Happens to a lot of women, whether they do baby powder in between their legs or not. Okay, so this woman just also happened to put a lot of baby powder between her. I guess she had a lot of infections, and because of the rough sex and all of that, and it was the rough sex that caused the cervical cancer, not the baby powder. Just wanted to make this very crystal clear. Most people don't put these connections together, you know, with that. So I know this for sure. Talcum powder does not hurt you. But Johnson and Johnson was sued for millions and millions of dollars. And if it had been a white person or Asian person, or anyone except black, that person would have never won that lawsuit. The only reason why that person won the lawsuit was a black woman. Okay, so and then they have this black lawyers and activists behind them, and they sue the shit out of people, whether the person is actually guilty or not. Okay, so that's what happens, and because of that there's all of this. Because of that, Walmart, for example, lost billions and billions of dollars. These things need to be said. Okay, so if we have a legal system that caters to woke and Black Lives Matter, the only thing that will come out of that is that these things are going to get worse. It's just going to get worse. That we've already seen it. This is a mathematical fact. If you cater to a wrong development, it will snowball. It will escalate out of control. Okay, wars start like this. Everything. Don't do it. You have to stand strong and say no to something that is wrong and unethical. Okay. My statement is not about skin color. I don't care about skin color. I really honestly don't care. I have some black in me. I have some Pacific Islander. I have African Bantu in me. Okay, so however remote, it doesn't matter if it's remote or not remote. I mean, the way I look, according to their standards, I'm probably not allowed to talk about all of this. I don't care. Whether I have that in my DNA or not makes no difference at all. Okay? I'm a living being, and I have a brain, and I observe things, and I have the right to talk about stuff. When I see injustice happening, I talk about it. Okay? It has nothing to do with my ethnicity, with your ethnicity, with anyone's ethnicity, with anyone's skin color, with anyone's hard feelings, emotions, jealousies, whatever. I have jealousy too, you know. So I was jealous of my black girlfriend, then black women here in the United States are jealous of white women. I observe this. Okay, this is hardcore biology and psychology, and I talk about it, needs to be talked about. I love all living beings equally much. This is not about skin color. We have the tendency to be attracted to someone who is different to our DNA. Okay, that's why black men are attracted to white women, and white women are attracted to black men, and black women are attracted to white men, and white men are attracted to black women, or exotic, outside of their Nordic region women. Okay, so this is a biological fact. This has been scientifically studied and proven. Now that we know this, we can just dissolve the ego problems, dissolve the psychological issues with it. Okay, so there's no need for us to be jealous. I mean, if we are, then we have to turn into our own minds, and we have to say, this is an issue with myself. Or I'm gonna leave the other people alone. Okay, so when I have a black girlfriend, I had one in Germany, bisexual one. I'm not bisexual, unfortunately for her. I mean, I would have probably been a good relationship with her, but I'm not into it. So for me it was just jealousy. She had jealousy too in regards to me. So there was this, it was like a territorial type of thing going on, although we loved each other. But this territorial stress, I didn't like it. I had to end it at some point. Okay, I didn't like it at all. Particularly being white in Germany, being shunned literally by white men who only see Viola, the black woman. They only see her. I can be there, I could stand naked next to her, and they will only see her. Okay? They're like blindfolded towards a white woman. So I mean, it's a little bit exaggerated now, but that's basically what I experienced. Okay, so, and that feels bad, obviously. So I had to break it off. We both cried. I said, sorry, we can't go on with this. This is painful for me. Okay, I could see it was also painful for her. So every time there was a black man around, she prevented me from going there. She figured out ways to prevent me from going to this black man at parties or whatever. Or she would get really furious if I say, oh, that guy is hot, black man, I want to meet him. She would prevent me from going. That's territorialism, okay? Even though she didn't want them, she didn't want me to have them. So it's very, very subconscious. It's like a subconscious mechanism that she wasn't even aware of. She wasn't even consciously aware of. And I was not that aware about all of these mechanisms either at that time. So I didn't understand why she was doing this. It didn't make sense, but yeah. I mean, we have to learn about biology. We have to learn about ourselves, our own biology and psychology, our mechanisms, our jealousies, and so on. And then we have to create and design our life in the way where it is not stressful. Life should not be stressful. I also shouldn't be with a man who plays psychological games with me, because that causes psychological stress, right? So, and then I have to always be worried am I pretty enough for him now? Or does he still love me? And I have to constantly prove myself. That's stress, okay? I say no to that. I want nothing to do with that. Okay, it took me a long time until I finally got to cause me stress thinking about this. Okay, until I finally got to this mental state where, and this awareness where I could say, no more stress. Okay, when it comes to sex and relationships and all of this, I don't want stress. I absolutely want zero stress. This is something to have pleasure with, to have enjoyment with, not stress. Okay. And that brings me to the subject that I have been thinking about when I woke up today. I want a man to love me unconditionally. I know this is probably super rare, but that's what I want, and I'm not going to compromise. Okay, I either get a man who loves me unconditionally, who does not cheat on me and flirt with women in front of me and all of that. Okay. And look at women all the time on the internet and so on. No, I want a man who's happy with me, who's content, okay, who's fulfilled with me in the relationship. That's what I want. And if I can't find it, then forget it. Then I'm not looking. I am not going out there looking intensively to find something like this on the internet or in person. I'm not going to. I saw a cute guy the other day who was looking at me. He had a child in the truck, and he saw I was there with Paul and the baby dog at the beach, so he didn't say anything, but he smiled and he had that facial expression. It's like, oh my God, you know, I want to go over and say, hey, let's drink tea together tonight. Let's have some fun, okay? But no, I can't, because I am with Paul, and although we are not together, for him, this is still more than, with all of this, you know, the fights and this being completely separated physically, sleeping in different bedrooms. For him, it still is a marriage, and it makes me sad, makes me want to cry. That's why I've said many times that we need to dissolve this marriage so that he can move on. But he doesn't want to move on. He doesn't want to dissolve the marriage. He refuses, and he is not looking at other women. And that makes me sad, because he should. So he has a dentist, and I can't believe it. The dentist seems to like him. And she's 25. Like, hello! What the heck? Yeah. So he had dentist ladies before who liked him. One Muslim dentist lady who liked him. She would always rub her legs against him. But he's not into Muslim, and neither am I, so that wouldn't work out at all. And I think she also had children, and he doesn't want a woman who is going to cause him stress, of course. No? But this girl, obviously super nice, compassionate, listens to him, lets him dictate to her what to do with the tooth. I mean, and is super nice and sweet all the time, and seems to like him. I guess it's hard to believe, because he's almost 70 years old. My goodness. He's gonna be 67 in August. In just a few weeks. He's gonna be 67. For a 25-year-old dentist, beautiful, beautiful on top of it. Dentist lady like him? No, that's I can't imagine that she likes him, but she's super nice to him. But if she did like him, my goodness, go for it, baby. Go for that, okay? don't let something like some opportunity like this go past you ever, ever, ever. Someone nice on top of it, you know. So, I mean, nice is priority. That's for both of us. You know. Nice is absolute priority. Compassion. We're animal rights activists. That's why we're living together. So, because he's family for me. Okay, I care about him like a dad. I want him to be happy, but I want him to find the right woman. That's very important to me. But it's hard to imagine that a 25-year-old would go for him, or a 25-year-old man would go for me. I mean, it's hard to imagine. But I guess these things are out there. I mean, these things happen. But yeah, I mean, it's super rare. But it's always okay to wish for something, but you cannot force anyone to love you or stalk anyone or something like this. It doesn't. Love is not created through stalking and through some kind of blackmailing or something like this. That just chases anyone, any person away. Okay, so that's what my haters have been doing with me. They have been obnoxious, and I don't want the stress. I don't want the constant stress and the constant struggle with someone. You know, I want a person. I don't want a narcissist. I want a person in my life who is compassionate, loving, and who doesn't do struggle with me. I don't have to do struggle with him. We can be a love unit. I can rely on him. I can feel totally safe. Teal Swan talked about this. She said women want to feel completely safe. Okay, they don't want to have to struggle or beg or be pretty all the time, or not have a nose tip that's shiny, you know, like constantly putting face powder on. Oh, I cannot have a shiny tip of my nose. No, then he might look at someone else. That's like F that. Okay? F that. Totally, like, really? Total. Like, no. Okay? If you don't like sweat on a woman's face, go away. Okay? I have plenty of sweat on my face because I live my life sweating and working with my hands and doing artworks and digging in the garden and doing composting and doing physical labor. Okay, I don't view it as labor because to me this is a labor of love, all of this. Okay, and if I sweat in my face, so what? If I have a very cold vein under my eyelid, which sucks, or if I have a completely shiny tip of my nose, Pinocchio nose, okay? I mean, it's like, go away if you don't like it. Move on, okay? But I'm 58. Move on if you find me obnoxious. And that's what I wanted to say to whoever loves me, whoever is there out there who loves me, whether it's a hater or a good, kind-hearted person. Whoever loves me, I mean, love me the way I am, then, you know. And really show it to me. And that's the last thing I wanted to mention. I want to talk about this. I talked about this to Paul earlier. There was a good-looking man. I saw this was a report on YouTube. Good-looking man who had a very heavily overweight girlfriend. I mean, like 300-pound girlfriend. I'm not that heavy. I'm 220, 230, I would say. Okay, maybe I could be 240. I haven't weighed myself in a long time, so I had to make my clothes wider. I admit that. So, but seriously, I have to cut back now on overeating. I really do. I cannot let myself get to 250. I just won't. I won't do it. Because that's, A, it is super unhealthy, causes heart attacks, strokes. Papa dog had a stroke, he was heavily overweight. Paul overfed him. He just seemed to not be able to get a grip on this. Paul with the chicken and rice cooking. But at least Papa had a good life. He was already sick with stuff. So for him it was an easier life. 3 years and then suddenly falling over. Easier life. Easier retirement than had he been just vegetating along and maybe be skinny, but with all kinds of health problems that he had from stress, from the life he had lived before we got him, and the tumors and all of that. He had lung cancer before we got him. We got it under control, but the vet could clearly see that in the x-rays. So for the papa it was okay. But for a young dog or a young human, or for a middle-aged human like myself, it's not advisable to be heavily overweight, just for the health reasons alone. But some women want to do this. That's their business, okay? If they want to do that, that's their business. And I think a lot of women look very cute, overweight, so I think it's very cute. It's much cuter to have more fat than less fat. Okay, that's just my personal view on it. So there was this good-looking man. He had this 300-pound woman that he was absolutely in love with, adored her, everything. They were dating, and he was dating her only in private. So he would never show himself with her to his family or his co-workers or anyone, any of his friends. Okay, so he concealed that relationship from all of them. Never told them about her. And that went on for a couple of years, and she wanted a real outward, accepted, socially established life with him, seen with him, going shopping, doing this or that, having kids with him, and so on. And he didn't want that, and that made her so depressed and made her so sad that at some point she said, as much as I am attracted to you, I cannot continue this relationship. We have to break up. And not long after that, she found a man who accepted her the way she looks and showed himself with her in public, and they are happily ever after. Okay, and the man, yes, I see you guys, I guess you want water. Go ahead and drink some. It's okay. Yes, don't have to be worried about me. Yes, you don't have, I'm just worried about the slug. That's all I'm worried about. That's all I'm worried about. I don't want the slug to be hurt. Okay? Don't hurt the slug. So I hope the slug's okay. Oh boy. I think the only reason why the slug's okay is because I'm sitting here. Because the stillerjays are there, and I think they're thirsty. They want water right now. But I don't want them going over to the slug. So it's very important for me. So, but anyway, yeah. The guy who was dumped by the heavy lady and replaced by a man who loves her the way she is, who shows himself the way she is, who shows himself with her in public. So the happier relationship, okay. So the other guy was replaced, but not directly replaced, obviously. She had to just break up, and then later she found the good one. So the guy who put his prestige over love, that guy became very, very mentally ill and depressed and suffered horribly. And he missed her and all of that. But he just could not do what she wanted, have an official relationship with her and show show her to his friends and parents. He just couldn't do it. And I don't know, this is probably a very mentally ill person, but I'm sorry. My brain doesn't follow there. Okay, absolutely. I can't follow. When I like someone or something, I go for it. I show that. I tell the whole world. Okay, I would be with a man who weighs 300 pounds and go places with him. So, or any man, I'd be very deeply touched if I could find a man who is not overweight and would show me to his parents and friends and go with me everywhere and kiss me in public or whatever, you know. Although I don't like that when people do this, but I mean, or at least hold my hand in public or put his arm around me, you know. So that'd be very deeply touching. I cannot be with a man who puts his prestige over love. So, and I see that a lot of my haters are doing this. They like heavier ladies with fat, but they just can't outwardly in their everyday, in-person family life, social life, work life, ever admit that they could never be seen with me. Yeah. There's one guy, he can't even be seen talking to me on the internet, not even that. I find that very, very sad. I'm not offended by it because I like the way I look. I like myself. I think I am cool. I'm artistic. There's nothing wrong with me, okay, to have me as a girlfriend. So that's why I don't take offense to it, but I think it is sad. Sad, sad, sad that he cannot even be seen talking to me because the other haters would see him talking to me and then they would bully him. That's not okay, you know. If you have something like this, if you love a woman in person or on the internet and you just cannot get yourself to get into an actual relationship, an actual official relationship with her because of prestige, then there is something real seriously mentally ill with you. And you should dig into this. You should really investigate what that is, you know. This fear of social rejection, the fear of social whatever, humiliation. It's like, F everyone, okay? Really seriously, it doesn't matter if someone humiliates me or if they think if they want to humiliate me. Or Pierce Brosnan had an overweight wife, Paul told me earlier, and he would take her with him to those actor gala events and all of this, and the society shamed him for this. He didn't care. He did not care. Later on, she lost weight for health reasons. But neither she cared nor he cared about what other people think of them. Now, that's empowerment, okay? If you are afraid of what other people think of you, you are not empowered. You are a slave to society, to the mafia, to anything, to the corporate agenda. Okay, because they sure use these type of fears. They use that full force for selling you products and presidents. They really do. So yeah, question your own prestige thing. Okay, your mental illness. Prestige personality disorder. PPD, Just remember this, okay? Prestige personality disorder. A lot of you have it. A lot of you. My brother too. I find it absolutely despicable. That's how I view it. Okay. Despicable. Okay. So question it. If you want love, you can't have love until you empower yourself. So peace and love, empower yourself. Do it. Do it. Get into that meditation and throw away prestige and shame and pride and all of that BS. Okay. So